Hey there, just about to depart for Fly UK 2021. So I thought I'd give a quick overview of how I've packed the aircraft. Let's go and take a quick look. So I'm using the Panniers on this trip, and the Panniers are packed in a relatively strategic way. So this Pannier here on the left is mainly the camping equipment. So in here I've got the sleeping bag, airbed, there's some few bits and pieces of food down there, and also a camping stove somewhere in the bottom of that, and also a whole load of lithium batteries to keep my phone and stuff charged. So when I get to the airfields, just be able to remove this pannier and it'll have everything I need to get set up. Speaking of tents, so the tent is packed in the front of the aircraft, just underneath my legs and behind my feet, which will be resting on the pedals at the front there. So that's just in front of the pod bag that's down here. So inside the pod bag, which I keep in the aircraft all the time, this will have essential tools, like there's a spare bottle of oil should we need it. It's got the aircraft tie downs, the pegs that go in the ground to hold the wing down, a few tools, potentially puncture repair equipment, kind of the essentials that you want to carry with you just in case you get stuck in the middle of nowhere. So then on the back seat I've got my jerry can of petrol, and this time I'm going to take a small trolley with me. So when we're at airfields where there's a petrol station a few miles away, it'll make life a lot easier than carrying this heavy jerry can on my shoulders. And then to the side of that I've got the tent poles. Now these are anchored and secured to the seatbelt, so they're not going to come out and cause any damage. The reason they're in the back rather than in the front in the tent bag is because they're rigid and there's a slight curve to the aircraft and they won't fit in the front there. So I've put them on the back seat. Sometimes you can actually put them underneath the seat. Don't know if you can quite see it there, and on top of the petrol tank, but I've opted to try this first leg of the flight with them on the front there. And so moving around to the starboard side of the aircraft, I've got the other pannier. This one's slightly smaller because it's actually got the fuel filler just in front of it, so this pannier is smaller than the one over here on this side. So inside here it's got items of clothing. I've got a bottle of water in here, there it is, and toothbrushes, things like that. So this is kind of the secondary pannier to take off. The first one will be the larger pannier with the camping equipment to get the tent set up, and then this one kind of goes inside the tent. The first stop on Fly UK, where everyone's going to assemble, will be at Netherthorpe, near Sheffield. From then onwards, the plan was originally to go southwest towards Cornwall direction, but if we look at the weather at the moment, it looks like there's bad weather coming in from that direction. So the plan is likely to be heading northbound towards Scotland, where the weather is actually looking a lot better for the early part of the week. So we'll see how that goes.